Hi, welcome along to AFTV. We're down here at the Emirates to preview the big one in the FA Cup. Friday night, it's Arsenal taking on Manchester United. And if you're taking on Man United, you've got to get their top YouTube channel to talk about it. We've got Mark Goldbridge from United stand there. How you doing, Mark?
I'm good, Robbie. It's good to be down here. Freezing cold, but I think can't wait for it. Can't wait for it on Friday night. Massive game.
Freezing cold and you're on enemy territory, but it's all right. I've sent out some word around the place, told people to look after you for today only. Right. So you're all right.
As long as DT ain't turning up. It's not in my pocket today. It's all right.
Ooh. You know what? As soon as the video comes out, you'll be on the phone to me, Robbie. But anyway, listen. Let's talk about the game. Huge game, and United have been flying. I mean, a couple of months ago, a lot of people wrote you guys off under Mourinho.
Yeah.
And I remember the minute Mourinho got sacked, I was like this. I was like, oh no, man, because I knew there'd be a resurgence. But you got to say it's been even better than expected because Solskjaer's got you guys playing, hasn't he?
Definitely. I think we're changing game to game with Solskjaer. I think when he first came in, I was like, yeah, it's nostalgia. We'll get a bit of our club back. He's bringing Sir Alex. He's got Mike Phelan, Carrick and McKenna, the coaching staff. It's all good. But game to game, things are changing, especially for me personally. I'm now starting to think, you know what? Pochettino, Zidane, they're good coaches, but Solskjaer's just, everybody, even you, non-United fans are saying, you know what, it's not just Cardiff, it's not just Newcastle, it's Spurs, it's the way you're playing, it's what you're getting out of the players like Pogba and Martial and Rashford. It's good. And I suppose it's what you had in the summer when you got rid of Wenger and you bring Emery in. It's like, obviously, I think with Arsenal, with all due respect, I don't think you're anywhere near there, yeah? I said with Emery, if he got you top four, I'd say manager of the year, because I really think the job's that big. But there are similarities there, and yeah, I'm massively excited about it. I thought the way you played the other night, it's going to be a good 20 minutes, first 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. Listen, what's the difference though? There's some people who say, well, he's just allowed them to play. They sort of made it as simple as that. But is it as simple as that? I don't know. You watch them every week.
I think Solskjaer deserves a lot of credit, really, because I think it comes down. I don't know whether you've seen Mourinho on this week, some of the stuff he's been talking about, Drogba's a real man, sort of digging Pogba out and, the modern footballer, you need to protect, managers need protecting. I personally think it's just man management. I think man management in the modern day, social media as we operate in, footballers are doing that. People are different, everybody's different in every workplace. And I think Solskjaer has been very open that I'm going to come in, I'm going to talk to every single player, I'm going to tell them why they're dropped, I'm going to tell them what I expect of them, and then if there's a problem, they're going to know about it. Whereas the rumours from Man United with Mourinho was, he didn't tell you if you were dropped. He had a little click, he didn't communicate with players. And I think man management is really, really important. I think that's a lot, because these are good players, and they weren't performing, I agree with that, but they are performing now, and I think Solskjaer's done a fantastic job off the pitch as well as on the pitch. But these players will play if you let them play.
The game this week is like, I'm looking at the game and I'm like, what teams are both going to go with? Are they both going to go with their very strongest team? Because the thing is, what a lot of people might not realise is that there's games during the week. I mean, Arsenal got a game on Tuesday night against Cardiff. You guys have got a game, I think, on the Wednesday.
Burnley,
yeah, right. So, and obviously the top four places is really important as well. Yeah. So, do you think United will go strong?
I hope they do. I think they will. As you say, the top four, which we're both going for, and especially the Spurs equation now, you've got to focus on that. But I want to win because it's Arsenal. If it was home to Burton, I don't really, it's nice, but I want to win because it's Arsenal, because it's a test, and I'm sure it's the same for you. So I want to see the best United go up against the best Arsenal, because if we pick Lukaku or we pick, Pereira, and then we lose, you've got that excuse, and I think Ollie needs testing. If we bring our best team down and we get beat 3 or 4-0, we've got to do something about that. We reassess. So I want to see a best United come down here, and I want to see a proper game, like we did, like I say, with you the other night. Really impressed. United at the moment really impressed, and I think if you approach it the way you do and we approach it the way we do, it's going to be like that game 18 months, just over a year ago when we won 3-1.
I hope not. Although it was an exciting game. That was another game with De Gea pulled off about, I think in that game with 30 odd saves. I mean, it was unbelievable. But you know what? I hope as well that Arsenal go with the strongest team as well, because again, like you said, it's Man United. I think winning a game like that for us really, it's about confidence, isn't it? It's about kicking on, and like a big win against Chelsea really pushes the confidence. If we used to beat United as well, that would really, and then we've got like on the horizon after that Cardiff game, we got Man City away. So, you know, it's all about momentum in the Premier League. If we could beat United at home, I think that'd be a real statement. And we're strong at home. We've been very strong at home. The only team that's beaten us at home this season has been Manchester City, and that was the first game of the season. So it is going to be a big test for Man United.
No, you know, look, joking apart, obviously you got that banter with Arsenal, and you know, I've always said I think the biggest Premier League rivalry has always been Man United and Arsenal back in the 90s, late 90s. It was fantastic. So I'd like to get that back. And it will be a test. It will be a test. I'm not going to, you know, I think Arsenal have got their weaknesses. United have definitely got their weaknesses. And, you know, it's winner takes all, isn't it? So you want to see the two best teams going against each other. And at the end, if we lose and you get the win, and it's, you know, we take it, don't we? And we go again.
You'll be bantering me all week.
If you lose.
You know what? It's one of those games as well where there's like, you got those sort of what I call stardust players, right? You've got two at the moment in Rashford and Pogba. And we've got two at the moment in Aubameyang and Lacazette. And those two sort of going head to head, you know, on both sides. That's going to be something to behold as well if they all play.
Well, you know, to be fair, I do call Lacazette the French Charlie Austin. I'm not that.
Charlie Austin.
I'm not that big. On him. I'm not that big on him, to be honest. But
you know, serious? Yeah. You're not even what you've seen him do this season.
I think he's got a little bit more in him, to be honest. I know I'll get into this argument, but you know, I like Guendouzi, and I've had Arsenal fans saying, "Oh, he's just a young Fellaini," and I'm like, "No, I like him."
Guendouzi's an excellent player.
But Aubameyang, I can't lie. I've done the videos before he came to you. I think he's a fantastic striker. I'd love him up front for United, apart from the fact that now Rashford's come into the scene, because Lukaku's just he's nothing. So
wasn't it you saying that Lukaku was better than Lacazette to begin with?
No. I think it was Flex saying that Lacazette's better than
it's Flex.
Lukaku,
Yeah, it's Flex.
And he got a lot of stick for it, but
United quite rightly so. And Flex. What was Flex talking about?
He said Lacazette's better than Lukaku, and obviously United fans didn't like that. I think most of them would agree with that now. But I really like Aubameyang, and I love Torreira. I think Torreira is the signing of the summer. So you know, that's the way I do my football. I don't like Arsenal, but I can look at a team and go, and I think Torreira is. Signing of the summer is exactly what United need, really, and mobile CDM, and that's where the game will be won and lost, the midfield.
To be fair, I'm like that as well. You know what I mean? You dislike a team, but you've got to admire players. And I've always said, even when he was doing badly, I've said Pogba for me. I like him. I like his spirit, and I think that's very important. I think what he brings to United in spirit is similar to what Aubameyang has brought and Lacazette have brought to Arsenal. They've got that spirit as well. And I really do think, and I think that French Charlie Austin, you've not seen him play a lot.
Hopefully he won't come and bite me now.
I think, that could be, because he's an outstanding player. He's a lot better than you think. Trust me. I think he's one of the best strikers for definite in the Premier League. I mean, look at his finish against Chelsea the other day. It was absolute class, and he will be a big danger to your defence. Because you know what it is about Lacazette? He's so sharp. You know what I mean? When he's on it, he is sharp. He's a bit like... In a way, he's very similar to Rashford in that he's just explosive around the box.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, if Danny Welbeck's... Well, even injured Danny Welbeck could be a threat to our defence if Phil Jones plays. So you're right. That is an area that worries me a lot.
You've been playing well recently, Jones?
No, not when you look at the Spurs game. Everyone goes, "Oh, De Gea was good." But the saves De Gea made, Spurs should have scored them, really. He was good, but everyone's giving, like, Jones 8 out of 10 for that game. And I'm like... Well, who's responsible for all the chances Spurs had then? You know, they had a lot of chances. And again, Brighton had a few good chances as well. So you will get chances against that United defence. Lindelof's played really well, but what United miss, and maybe he'll bring Bay in, maybe Smalling. If you put some decent ball in the box, because Aubameyang
might
does
bring
have...
Rojo in.
Yeah, he might. They need somebody a bit physical, because Aubameyang's got that in his locker. That's what I like about Aubameyang. He's quick, he can finish, but he's physical as well. And I think that's where United can hurt them. But the mobility of Lacazette, I think Lindelof needs to stick close to him, but you're right. I mean, Phil Jones is a weakness in the United team, and it might. I wish I hadn't said it now. It might come back and bite me, but it's only what you would.
Charlie Austin, huh?
Lingard's coming. He might be Millie rocking again. Lingard, you know.
No, you know what? I tell this story, right? I was at the World Cup, in Russia, and I was at the airport, and this guy come up to me and he goes, "Ain't you going to interview me?" A thick Manchester accent. He goes, "Ain't you going to interview me?" And I said, "Interview you about what?" I go, "What?" I go, "What? It's the World Cup." He goes, "No." He goes, "Interview me on Arsenal Fan TV." So I said, well, who do you support then? Because I could hear the accent, right? And he goes, oh, I'm a Man United fan. So I said, well, when Man United come down, he goes, yeah, you can interview me about how my son came down and Millie rocked at the Emirates when he scored. It was his dad. It was his dad, and we had a good conversation. I met his brother as well, man, a cool guy, and we had a lot of conversation. But I do not want this guy coming down and doing no Millie rock here at the Emirates.
He'll have something new.
He'll have some other darts, right?
He will.
Yeah, he ain't going to be doing no Millie rock this week. I fancy us on Friday. I'm going for Arsenal. I'm going to go for Arsenal winning it. I think there's going to be goals in this game. 2-1. What do you reckon?
I fancy United. I think it's just a shame it's a Friday night. It's a bit of a weird kick-off time, but actually I'm quite excited about it because it's closer, night-time game. So yeah, I'm going to go United. I think it might be a similar game to that game back in November last year. I think I'm going to go United 3-1.
Do you know what it is though? I'm looking on it and I'm saying to myself, United have been playing. Don't get me wrong, they've been brilliant, right? But I was encouraged by how we defended against Chelsea. I know that you will offer more of a threat because you'll have a striker. But I just look at that game against Tottenham and you gave up a lot of chances in that second half. And if Tottenham had been clinical on that day, if Harry Kane would have had his boots on, I don't think you would have won that game. I think that would have been a different outcome. And I think if you give up those chances to Lacazette and Aubameyang, they will take them. So I just got a feeling, this is going to be a great game because a bit like when you stopped our run that time, the 49, we could stop your brilliant run with It should be a great game.
And I think the first 20 minutes, like against Chelsea, you were absolutely all over them.
Yeah.
That United need to be very careful of that. But I think the midfield with the likes of Pogba and Herrera, if we can free Pogba and get Martial and Rashford and Lingard in against your back four, hitting you on the break, because I think you'll come at us. That's what I'm thinking. I think we'll have to do a lot of defending. I think De Gea will have to have a good game because I think you don't.
Could be Rojo though.
Could be Rojo.
Yeah.
I doubt it. But Emirates. You're going to be the favourites. You're going to be coming at us. It sort of suits United, I hope, to be strong at the back and hit you on the break. And I think Pogba could be the key. Give me a prediction then. I am going to go 3-1 United. I think we might just hit you clinically on the break a few times and defend well. And I love that, obviously. I just hope it's a good game, but obviously I'm going to go United 3-1. Okay, I'm going 2-1. What do you guys reckon? Leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to check out Mark's channel, The United Stand, if you're a United fan watching this. If you're a football fan, it's a great channel in Flex. They do a great job, rants and bants, right? So make sure you check out their channel. They'll be down there on Friday as well. We'll be teaming up after the game. Make sure you check it out. And hopefully there ain't going to be no one Millie rocking down here on Friday. All you're going to be seeing is this. Lacazette!